Hello, I'm Tio, and welcome to the Living Workshop. Today it's the morning meeting. It is Friday, so I also will. I also started making sure that I wear different clothes. Originally, I was like, "Oh, I'll just wear the same outfit every single time, and then that'll be nice and easy." And then my partner Jen explained to me, because she's the only one who's watching these things, that it looks like I'm wearing the same clothes every day. So maybe that's not a good look. I don't know. So anyways, but you're going to get what you're going to get. I'm wearing sweatpants right now because it's early in the morning. So if you think that it's unprofessional, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. One of these lights. So I got to fix one of these lights. But anyways, all right, we're 1 minute in. Cool new thing. I got a new little timer. Little things, but it's pretty sweet for me. So I can keep checking the time, so I'm not too verbose. Okay, all right, so let's talk about what we did yesterday, how yesterday went, and then what we're doing today, and then what I'm going to work on during the weekend. And then I think I'll probably do a video maybe tonight where I just kind of like go back over all the stuff that I did this week and kind of show some stuff. I'm going to show some of the stuff that I made yesterday at the end of this video. So, so let's see that stuff that we did yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we did the writing, the morning meeting. That's this jazz. We had to seal the rye berry jars. Yeah, yesterday was a big lab day. So yesterday I spent a lot of time down in the lab. I'd shown you all the jars of the grains that I was mixing up and splitting into bags. I'll show you what I did. So there's a bunch of these down here. I don't really want to pull them all out because... Either way. So here we go. So this is wine cap. So I expanded one of these jars into two of these. So I'm just expanding everything out. So I can end up with a lot more grain. It's one of the beautiful things about mushrooms. You can expand it out for a ridiculously large amount of time. So I got that done. So that was mostly, it was a lot of the day. And then I worked on cleaning up the lab. And then I also worked on cleaning up the like kind of supply area that I have a bunch of various stuff that goes for mushroom stuff. So that needed to get cleaned out. And then over near where my grow tent is, my little experimental grow tent, I cleaned up around there because I need to do some work on that as well. Because these lion's manes are all, I'm already all over the place, are all ready. They're all pretty much fully colonized. So I need to take them down from up here, bring them down to the basement. And what that'll do is it's much cooler down there right now, so that'll slow this process down if I would like to do that. Excuse me. And yeah, it'll also bring it down there, so that's where they need to go. So that'll get brought down today. Oh man, I can already tell this is going to be a longer meeting. But anyways, okay. So yeah, so that was mostly what I did. I sealed those rye berry bags. I did the grain-to-grain transfers. I made a bunch of the bioreactors. That's all these. I'll show you those in a couple minutes. New tops. I made new tops for these. I'll show you and talk about those. I didn't get to any of the Home Assistant or the VPN setup. I did kind of clean out the grow room setup. I did make a little microgreens point of view video with the little thing that I had. I don't know whether or not I'll post it. It was kind of a mess. It'd probably be kind of interesting to see as a humorous thing. I don't know how super informative it is. It's informative. It's literally showing you the process. I just wanted to start doing it, so it was like at the end of the night. It was like I had written down that I wanted to do this, so I just went and did it. So, okay, we're at 5 minutes, not bad. Okay. So, let me go over what I have written down for today for my tasks, and then I'll go into and I'll show you all this stuff that I made up. So I need to do the writing. I already did that. Just finished the 1 hour. I woke up a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna tell you what time I wake up at because that's personal, but I'm working on trying to get up earlier. I like getting up earlier. Well, technically I don't. Part of me doesn't like getting up earlier. The part of me that likes sleeping doesn't like getting up super early in the morning before the sun's up. The conscious part of me thinks that that's a good idea to get up that early. So I've been working on that. It's a little bit difficult. So, what did I do? I woke up early and I gave myself some caffeine in the morning before I went back to bed, and then that helped me wake up earlier. So work on that. But anyway, so I already did my writing. This is the morning video. This is a little bit earlier than I normally do it, which is perfect. Okay, so I have to prep up more liquid culture. I need to make more liquid culture for these things. And then I need to pressure cook those. I also have more rye berry that I'm making to fill up these things. So I soaked that last night. So I need to strain that, and then I need to simmer that. And I just got my lovely, lovely, lovely partner Jen got me a bigger pot to use. So hopefully I can do more of the rye berry in one soak or one simmer, as opposed to having to do like 2 rounds of 2 pots, which is just inefficient. I was going to test that. So, and then I got to pressure cook those rye berries. That'll probably be along the end of the night. I have supplies that I need to order that I keep putting off. The Myco-Op filters, these things. I got to order these for the rest of those guys. And then I need to order more mushroom bags. I'm trying to get so that I can figure out a way so I can get onto all glass, or at least be able to reuse the bags. I think maybe sometimes you can top fruit them and maybe reuse them. I've heard people talk about, so maybe I'll try that experiment on these ones, these lion's manes. Computer work. I have to do the VPN router setup and the Home Assistant. I have to reset up the Home Assistant because I got used to having that. So carpentry work. I have to affix the back and front components of that table I've been working on, and again, turn a bowl. I haven't turned any bowls this week. I had set for 2, so we'll see how that goes. I have to keep cleaning up and organizing the lab and the basement. I kind of have to pee right now, which is, I shouldn't have told you that, but that's why I'm kind of squirming around here. Yeah, I have to figure out some more racks. Also, I got my welder set up. My master electrician neighbor Keith, super sweet. He offered to set me up a 220 plug so that I can use my welder, which I haven't been able to use for a while. So I would like to this weekend get into playing around with that because I haven't been welding in a while. So it will be good to get back into that, and it will also allow me to open up my ability to build more things. So that's cool. I got to move that lines man to the basement, and then I found this app. It's called Myco-Soft, and it's pretty cool. It's like a way to keep all your mushroom lab work organized. It's really cool. I found it about 1.5 years ago. Oh my goodness, I have to pee. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry about this. Not sorry. It's whatever. So, as I drink more of a diuretic tea. Anyways, it's pretty cool. I'll probably show it to you at some point. Maybe I'll link it after I start using it, but I want to get all my cultures and everything like that just centrally located on that app and then start using it that. I think I might have to pay like $4 a month. I think it's worth it for me to keep everything organized and in one place. It seems like a really good app, so I'm going to do that. So that's probably some of my weekend stuff. So yeah, this stuff, mainly what I'm trying to do today is that liquid culture stuff. But then if I do the liquid culture stuff, how am I gonna... Oh, well, I can just do the liquid culture stuff. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do the rye berry stuff and order some of the supplies and then move on to the carpentry stuff. So there's a good amount of stuff to do. It's okay. We're at 10 minutes, and I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I did yesterday. So you can see. So these right here, these are just my ordinary grain jars. You can see. Oh goodness, So this is polyfill. You can do this. You can just drill a 1/4-inch hole in the tops of these, and then just take polyfill. Polyfill is the stuff that is in pillows. So you can go to like a Michael's or some sort of place like that and just buy a big bag of that, and you just kind of jam it in there. But what also works pretty well, if you want to buy something that's specific to this, is these little filter patches. So I found that I had these when I was cleaning out, so I figured I would just make these up. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to all these tops and these tops, because when these steel ones, as they pressure cook, they end up rusting. It's not a great look. So I'm going to switch all to this. In the process of doing that now, I did like a whole box of this. I've got these things that I'm buying more of, and then I made all of these up. So these were all those. I can't really see. Okay. There you go. So you can see that. So these are the connects. I can show you. So here's my really nice clean liquid culture. So this, I would disconnect this and screw that onto there, and then inject that down into there. So projects, why is this one bigger than all these other ones? Because this one is going to hold my lion's mane liquid culture so that I can grow out a good amount of lion's mane mycelium and then dry that and use that as part of my double to use for, what am I trying to say here? So you need two constituents. You want the fruiting body. Oh my goodness, I do have to pee. Okay. All right, you need the fruiting body. You need the fruiting body, and then you need the mycelium. So normally what ends up happening is it ends up being the mycelium on grain, and usually what ends up happening is it ends up being mostly grain and not a lot of mycelium. So my plan is to just make it do the liquid culture, and then dry that out, and then now I just have just the mycelium. So now I can put that in, so there's no grain. That's my idea. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we checked those bags. I showed you these grain bags. I'm gonna do like a refresher at the end of the day today about like what we accomplished during this week and what I plan on doing on the weekend. So that's it. That's where we're at. What are we at? 13 minutes. Okay, still under 15. Not bad. Showed you some stuff. I want to try and start doing that where it's like I go over the tasks of the day, and then maybe I show you a couple things, maybe the things that I did the day before, and kind of give you a little explaining so that you're getting some knowledge, as well as me just listing this stuff off and getting a little bit better at communicating like this and getting more comfortable in front of the camera. So that's what I'm doing. I gotta go because, like I've been constantly saying, I have to use the bathroom, and thank you for being cool about that. Because I don't feel like making another video. This is me. This is what you're here for. So hopefully you find it interesting and a little bit amusing, and also ideally informative as well. So my name's T.O. This is the Living Workshop. I've got stuff to do. I'm sure you do too. So I need to think of some sort of like tagline, like, what are you gonna create today? Or like, what are your tasks? Or like, welcome to the Living Workshop. What are you working on? That one's actually not that bad. That one I think I mulled around. Okay, anyways, I gotta get out of here. You got stuff I gotta do. 4 minutes, 14 minutes. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hopefully that turned that thing off. Never turns it off. It's so annoying.